What's up, y'all? This is LYF, the owner of Open Mind Group.
This is Suelo.
And this is Just Do the Damn Thing podcast.
Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing.
Welcome to Just Do the Damn Thing podcast, where we talk about the damn thing. We're going to talk about all different types of topics, whether it be music, current events, politics, everything, man. We're just going to talk about it. If you guys got something that you guys want to hear us talk about, put it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Anything you want. We're even going to do reviews on other people's music and other people's things. But for this episode, we're going to talk about the origins of Open Mind Group. The OMG brand. Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? Let's just talk about the damn thing. Let's talk about the origins of Open Mind Group. And let's see how it started. And let's get right into it. So I started Open Mind Group in 2011 with my former partner, Adrian Rivera. He was a really dope rapper. I started recording my first album in 2012 called This Is Me. I sold probably over like 300 copies or so while I was working in that freaking Walgreens, man. I got in trouble too because I was working at Walgreens selling my album at Walgreens.
At the register?
At the register.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I would never do that. I don't know. Like when I'm at work, I'm in work mode and like I'm just working. Everything else is not relevant at the moment. But that's just me.
Yeah, I know. But you know, I was trying to get that paper. I don't know what it is.
I respect it.
And then the funny thing is, most of my sales were from that. And then finally, you know, the manager caught me on camera and he talked to me for a second. I kept my job, so hey, whatever. I just give the grace to God for that one. Had our first show in October 26, 2013. It was a Halloween show. Like, he was Mario, Adrian was, and I was Luigi. Obviously, me being taller than him and everything like that. It was really fun. We had a really good feedback. The crowd was going crazy. Even I stumbled on one of my parts and the crowd was going crazy. It was a great experience, and I will never forget that. Man, me and Adrian created an EP called Loudly Unannounced. It was a really dope project. I think most of my best songs that I still perform to this day are actually from that album.
Yeah, some good songs on
there. Yeah, like Faded.
Faded, that's the one I was about to say, Faded.
That's the most, I'd probably perform that every single performance, and the crowd goes crazy every single time. I have Do You, that one was a really good one. And then, of course, my favorite word, Shit. You know, I had to do that song. You know, that's the only actual song I actually cuss in, really. Actually, I don't even. No, I did cuss a little bit. Not on the verses, just in the hook. Adrian actually stopped rapping in 2015. I turned OMG into a clothing brand and started shifting it more towards skateboarding. Even though the music was still doing very, very well, I just wanted to incorporate skateboarding into the clothing brand and switch it from a record company to a clothing brand. Because I got tired of trying to manage, rappers. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to manage people like the way I was trying to do, like as a record label.
Okay.
And then me being a graphic designer at trade, I was like, why not just start, creating my own artwork on t-shirts and hats and all kinds of other things. And I'm like, okay, let's just make this a clothing brand. I think I can go a lot farther with this. It's really easy for that. And then the first two skateboarders that were on the team were Stevan Ornelas and DJ Williams. Shout out to them two. They made the skateboard. Yeah, you know Stevan. Long dreads.
He's dope. He's a really good skater.
Man, he got really tricks.
Good. Yeah.
He got super tricks. I didn't even... Like, every single time I skate with that dude, I'm like, how? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
and then you can not skate for a whole month and come back and still do the same trick that you were able to do before. I don't understand it. I can't do that, If I take a month off, I have to learn how to kickflip again. But, it is what it is. The clothing brand started taking off, man. I was going to vendor shows all the time, making sure that, I was able to sell the clothes. So I would consistently go to different trade shows and different random shows of other artists. I got to open up for like a Ghostface Killer, Killer Priest, Redman, and all those types of shows. I actually was able to sell my product there, and it was amazing.
When I first met you, like, I was under the impression that Open Mind Group was just like a skateboarding brand. Like, I know you did music, but like all you focused on was on skating. So that was my impression, that it was just a skateboarding brand.
Well, really, it started as a record company, right?
Right.
And then, you know, like I said before, I got tired of just consistently trying to find talent, trying to find people to be a part of it. So I switched it to a clothing line, with me being a freaking graphic designer, and I always wanted to graphic design for bigger companies like S and Element, because Element was my favorite skateboard company at the time.
Right.
And then also LRG. They incorporated a lot of hip hop stuff in LRG, and same with DGK. So like I always wanted to like graphic design for those companies. So I was like, you know what? I know how to graphic design. Let me do my research and actually make this into a clothing brand. So the clothing brand was actually started to sponsor music artists and skateboarders.
Right.
So the reason why you got the impression of it being just a skateboarding thing is because at that point in time when you came in, that's when I was lifting off with skateboarding, and so many more skateboarders were coming to the brand and actually buying stuff consistently. So when I went to these trade shows, people thought I was a skateboard company, and I wasn't. I was a music company first that just became a clothing brand, and the skateboard side took off because I'm a skateboarder. So like I know so many skateboarders. You know, one of my favorite skateboarders, Devin Calloway. He was actually the person one of the people that got me to want to skate a lot more. The first person that got me to skate was Todd Vincent and my boy Sam Valdez. So I know like the whole entire skateboard community.
Right.
So that's the reason why, it just started to take off. And the music side, I was still doing music just as much as the skateboarding stuff. It's just that nobody was really looking for the music as often as the skateboard side. Yeah. So that's why people got that impression, because I got that all the time back in the days. Like, I thought it was just a skateboard brand. Yeah. No. In fact, I didn't even start selling skateboards until 2017, and this stuff started in 2011. Right. So, like, it had nothing to do with skateboards until I was like, you know what, let's incorporate skateboards. I love skating, I love clothes, and I like to design. So, okay. That's it. And then, right now I'm actually working on coming back to the music stuff. I'm trying to do an EP or an album that's coming out July 13th, which is my birthday. It's called Life is Like a Box of Chocolates. You know what that means?
What?
You don't know? You guess what
no, I'm just going along with it. I want to do that. I want you to just bring it on me.
You just want to just bring it on. All right. So, like, really, with my name being LYF, the origins of that name, shout out to my boy Johnny Rockets. He always told me I was a lyrical person. So I know I focus on my life when I talk about it. So LYF actually stands for lyrically focused. So I'm focused on life lyrics. So for short, you can just call me Life instead of calling me lyrically focused, or LYF. Instead of saying the whole entire acronym, just call me Life, because that's what I talk about. And so Life is Like a Box of Chocolates. What's that movie? Come on, Jesse. Forrest Gump. You already know. Man, Jesse got me. No, it's fine. Run, Forrest, and bubblegum shrimp and all that. So, you never know what you're going to get. So for me, the concept was I'm going to be experimenting in my music in this. So one of the things that inspired me to do this was actually Lolo from the radio. Yeah. So she told me, like, when I was in on the radio station, she's like, does this work for you? Because, like, every single time I hear a song from you, it sounds nothing like the last song. And I'm like, well, that's by nature, because I grew up listening to so much type of music. I never wanted to, put myself in a box. So I was like, me growing up listening to The Temptations, all the way to AC/DC, to jazz and blues, to country singers, to hip hop from Redman and Eminem were like the main people. I can't make just West Coast music. Just because I'm from the West Coast, it just doesn't. That's not how it was groomed.
Right.
So I might come out with some rock stuff, you know, and just randomly scream on a song because I love Korn, and I actually grew up around those people, Jonathan Davis and his brother Mark Chavez. I don't think Jonathan Davis really remembers me. I know Mark Chavez will, but that came the rock in me.
That's his brother?
Yeah, it's his half brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think they have different moms. I'm not positive on that, but I think they have different moms.
Right.
Or maybe different dads, who knows? But I know they're half brothers. And my brother actually was best friends with Mark Chavez. So they would rap together, break dance and stuff, and he would bring me to those sessions, and I would see them rap, and I would be seeing them break dance and dance, which got me to start dancing.
Right.
And in the background, I didn't even realize Korn was playing in the background. At the,
Well, hold on, you were pop locking and break dancing to Korn?
No. Well, hey. No,
I was like, wait, what?
No.
That kind of doesn't make sense. I'm like, what's going on here?
I skipped a part right there. So, in those same instances of me being over their house,
right?
Korn was in the garage,
that's funny.
doing practices and everything
tight.
like that. So
That's
I
dope.
heard them in the background. And then when Martin Chavez came out with Edema, his own group, I actually didn't even know he was a part of Edema until later.
What is Edema? That's a rap group?
No, Edema is a rock group. It's almost
Okay.
exactly like Korn. He sings similar to Jonathan Davis,
Okay.
but he kind of sings more often than Jonathan Davis at the same time.
Okay.
So like it's dope. Like Edema is still to this day one of my favorite rock groups of all time, and it sucks because Mark Chavez is no longer the lead singer, and the music hasn't been the same since.
Oh, really?
And they're still making music, but
okay.
I just don't.
Is he in the band at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why he's not. I heard speculations, but I'm not going to get into that.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of how that happened. Well, back to Open Mind Group, you know, and back to the album, you know, I just wanted to try to. You might hear me do some rock stuff. You might hear me do some bluesy type jazzy music. You might hear me do some straight East Coast hip hop type stuff where I'm doing boom bap. You might hear me do West Coast. I might turn up and do Bay Area stuff. You never know. And the topics are very wide, so you never know what you're gonna get from me. So life is like a box of chocolates, saying I'm like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, and it just so happens, you know, I'm chocolate. But you know, so kind of triple entendre, I guess you could say, with that portion.
Okay.
But that's it. That's actually all that's going on with Open Mind from my side of Open Mind Group. And of course, I have a new Vamps shop online.
Right.
You know, you saw all the new shirts and stuff. So I'm consistently designing. I'm wearing one of them right now. With me actually, that's another thing I can point out. I'm actually working on a manga type of comic book where we're doing anime style comic book. Me and my boy Jake West. Shout out to Jake West. He's doing the animation. I'm doing a lot of the writing and some of the like animation for like the logos and stuff, or emblems, or for the heroes of the story.
I'm going to cut you off. Why don't you talk about Open Mind Group and like the mission statement and what Open Mind Group is setting out to do and why we do the things that we do.
Oh yeah, of course. So Open Mind Group, we try to inspire people through our creativity. We want to inspire the human evolution through creativity. Meaning, like, we're all creators. We do music, we do art, we do videos, we do all kinds of different types of art.
Now we're doing this podcast.
So we're always incorporating more and more art. And I always wanted to have my brand mean something. So it means exactly what it sounds like, you know, having an open mind and being able to soak in information, because I always knew applied knowledge is power. Knowledge is power on its own, but if you apply it, the knowledge that you have is even more powerful. And so, like, through my like clothing brand, I actually make statements in it. So, for instance, one of my T-shirts says "Keep pushing," right?
That's one of my favorite shirts.
That's one of your favorite shirts.
And why I feel like we vibe so well, why like we hit it off so well, why we're partners now, is because it's crazy because a lot of the slogans you were putting on the shirts is stuff that I was saying like every day. You know what I mean?
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
keep pushing, stay focused, don't quit, like all that stuff I would say to myself every day. You know what I mean? And you're putting on the shirts, and I'm like, I say this every day, so I just feel like it just, you know, we just meshed. Like it was meant to be. Kind
exactly.
of thing.
That's crazy because, you know, if you look at my Instagram, if you look at all the hashtags on there, all of them said exactly that. Like the hashtag would be hashtag don't quit, hashtag stay focused, hashtag just do the damn thing. You know,
just the
love,
podcast,
peace,
which
and
is
unity.
The shirt. Let me see if I can stand up.
Yeah, there it goes. Just do the damn thing.
It looks a little weird because the green screen, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's crazy that you were actually incorporating that in your life consistently. And I knew like that we would hit it off as soon as we performed together because like immediately I was kind of on the next show. I think I performed with you the very next show we had where I was your hype man. At 1933.
Okay,
right?
so let me hop into my story then, and then we'll kind
of go back and forth.
Yeah. So, my name is Suelo. I've been a part of Open Mind Group since 2017. I want to say like late 2017. But I've been making music on my own basically since 2012 is when I first started recording. And then I released my first project in 2013, and I've released 9 projects since then. So yeah, but we met in 2017. It was at a show. Who threw the show? I think it was at Jerry's. I think no. I think it was Johnny. It was Johnny Words, right? Back when he was doing the show. Shout out Johnny.
Man, Rare Breed Entertainment.
Yeah. So you were hosting the show.
Yeah.
I was performing, and we had never met before. And then I hit my set, and you loved it. You liked the set, and then I don't think we chopped it up too much after that. After my set, I think we talked a little bit afterward. Like it was like good,
I know that
good
I made like a little joke on stage or whatever.
Oh, did you?
I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was saying something to you while you were performing while you're about to perform on stage or whatever.
That's funny. I remember.
But I got a laugh out of it. But we chopped it up slightly.
Yeah.
And then you just hit me up randomly.
Yeah,
about the 1933 show.
Right. Yeah. So then I think I added you like on Facebook or Instagram or something, and then I hit you up. I was gonna do the 1933 show. I was opening up for Gavlin. That was sometime in 2017, in the summer of 2017. And then I asked you if you just wanted to be the hype man. You know what I mean? I was like, I've been doing this dolo like my whole, you know what I mean? My whole time I've been doing this.
And then you allowed me to perform a track too on that stage as well.
Oh, was it on that same night?
Yeah, it was on that same night.
Oh, okay. Did you perform Faded?
I think I did.
Yeah, that's the one that you usually perform.
That's the one I usually perform. Yeah. It's the only song I'm able to perform.
No. I know what you're talking about. You did not perform at the Gavlin show. I did the Gavlin show, and you were the hype man. It's when I threw my own show. It was before I was Open Mind Group. I was doing my own thing, and I threw a show. I had brought the homies down from LA, and I threw the show for the Druggernauts. I asked you to host.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was at Jerry's.
That was at Jerry's.
Right, so I had you host, and then I had you perform Faded that night. So that was before the Gavlin show.
No, but I remember performing at Gavlin's show because Danny Morrison said something to me after I performed.
You performed? I really don't remember you performing. I know I hit my set and you were hype man. Did you do? Oh, you know, I think you did. I think you did.
Yeah, because when I got off the stage, Danny Morrison was like, "I didn't even know you rap."
That's funny. That's funny, right?
So
okay, so that was late 2017, and then after that show, after the Gavlin show, that's when we really started to talk, and I was like, you know, how can I be a part of this? Like, how can we do stuff together? And then that's when we had that meeting at your house.
Yep.
And then that's when we talked about just the brand and everything, the vision that we had and what we wanted to do with our lives, with our career, with our art, etc.
Go ahead. Yeah,
go ahead.
I just want to cut off real quick. So, speaking of what you just said, of the vision and everything, I know we were briefly talking about recently things that we want to do more often, like be a part of the community.
Right.
So
Right.
doing canned food drives more often, like we did before last or a couple years ago.
Right. Right.
I want to do that more often as well. That's part of our vision. That's part of the things that we want to do. We want to help people.
Right. Right.
Like that's our whole situation, is trying to help people and evolve the mind. So because people have a lot of hate in their hearts, you know, especially recently. So like, I wanted to say, just wanted to say that because, you know.
Yeah, and we'll get more into that after I'm finished with my whole spiel. And so then we joined forces, so to speak. I think it was like late 2017. We had our meeting. Then I got my shirts printed out. You designed the Young Sage design for me, which at that time was more like a partnership. It was like Young Sage and OMG.
Exactly. I just had the OMG tag and.
Yeah, exactly. And then and just took off after that, just evolved, and then we just started getting along, and we started doing shows and all these other things together, and it's been OMG ever since. And real quick, I just want to talk about this studio that we're in, Canudo Studios. Shout outs.
Facts.
I appreciate you guys having us. Jesse, behind the boards, we definitely appreciate it. And I just want to say that I was here, and when you were talking about Danny Morrison, I was here in I think it was 2018, did an interview with Danny Morrison back in the days. Yeah, and you were there with me. I had my homeboy Keith with me too. And we did the interview for the Danny Mo show, so I appreciate Danny Morrison for bringing me out. I think this is a great studio. I appreciate you guys having us. So I think we should talk about now OMG and what we want to do and see going forward.
Okay. So really, real briefly, I just want to mention one thing because I forgot to mention in the intro of this. So there's normally actually going to be a third member of this podcast. She's not here today because she's sick, which is my wife. Her name is Adrienne Harris. Mine's Joe Harris. And she will be in later episodes when she feels better, and we'll be able to talk about her part in this as well on more episodes. But anyway. So, like the vision that you were saying you want me to talk about,
going forward and what we plan to do.
So, what I think we've been talking about planning on doing, like I said earlier briefly, was again doing more things for the community. So whether it be like I said, a canned food drive, whether it be feeding the homeless, whether it be donations to something that we like really believe in, or helping out volunteer work, you know, doing stuff like that, making sure we do all that like every single month, at least dedicate a week to doing something like that. And then of course the designs that I'm going to have put out are going to have a lot more statements again that mean something.
Yeah, and I feel like we need to bring some of those back though, because those are the staples. Those are the ones that I live and die by every day. Keep pushing, stay focused, don't quit. Just do the damn thing.
So all those are going to be on the website really soon. I've just been really busy.
And what's the website for them one time?
Oh, the website is the omgsound.com, and click shop, and it'll go forward you to the omgstyle.com if you want to hit the merch. But yeah, so those are definitely coming back. Those are definitely coming back. You know, just been busy trying to do this whole anime situation and getting everything out the way. But yes, that's a huge staple to our brand. Keep pushing. Just do the damn thing, which is similar to Nike's Just Do It, but I say just do the damn thing.
Do the damn thing.
Exactly. Everyone knows me. I say that a lot. Don't quit. No matter what kind of dreams you have, no matter what kind of inspiration or aspirations you have, make sure you don't quit, because it's so easy to get distracted from people and get discouraged.
Every single successful person that I've seen, I love to watch interviews, I love to watch podcasts and just learn and pick the brains of like other successful people, and a really common theme is that they just didn't quit. They didn't give up. They were in it for years, like a decade in, putting in work and haven't seen it like manifest yet. But what happened? They didn't quit. You know what I mean? So if it's something that you really believe in, something that's in your heart, and you really want to do, and you really want to change the world in a good way, don't quit. Just keep pushing.
A little more elaborate on there, because I have a story for that specific thing. So the reason why I created Don't Quit it's the same reason why you just said it, where, you know, you get inspiration from watching podcasts, watching other artists, watching other people that are successful, that just don't quit no matter what, and they talk about their story going through the mud. So for me, that person was Tech Nine and Master P.
Yeah, Master P.
So
I
like
love Master P.
Those two individuals have some of the biggest independent things going of all time. With Master P doing movies.
Yeah.
He has his own video game
He's worth
company.
like 400 mil independent.
Independent.
That's insane.
And I don't even know how much Tech Nine's worth. I know he's up there with like at least 100 mil. Who knows?
I'm not. Hey, for the record, I'm not checking anybody's pockets. I just saw this video that one time Master P was telling Jim Jones and Cameron on the set, I'm worth 400 mil, man. You guys need to get this right, man. I'm worth 400 mil. So that's where I got that number from.
Exactly. And then hearing Tech Nine's story, going through situation after situation, getting signed by these labels, and then getting kicked off because they didn't know what to do with him because he's, you know, weird. He has red spiked hair, all these crazy things going on. He didn't quit. No matter what, he kept rapping, kept doing his thing, and then he met Travis O'Gwen, and now Strange Music bloomed.
It's huge.
It's huge, and that's damn near all I listen to now, is Strange Music. But yeah, don't quit. Definitely don't quit. Keep pushing. So there's going to be barriers. Push them down. Keep pushing, no matter what it is. Of course, that comes from my skateboarding background too, because when you fall, you get right back up and keep pushing. The same thing goes in life. No matter how many times you go down, it's about how many times you get back up and keep going. Stay focused. So one of the things about stay focused is that I made these wristbands, right, that a whole bunch of people wear. And I want to bring them back because so many people randomly hit me up saying, dude, I literally take a shower with this thing.
What's on that wristband?
Stay focused. Okay. It says stay focused, and it says open mind group, but it literally says stay focused on it. And people will hit me up and be like, man, dude, can I get another one? Because I lost mine, and it helped me because every single time they woke up, they would look at it. And they would inspire them to stay focused. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. And so like that's what I want to do. Inspire people. Give people good knowledge. I have this other shirt that has Africa on the back that says Kings and Queens. And that whole entire situation was not only just to where my ancestors are from, but also the fact that if you believe in that whole situation, if you look up the information that life actually started in Africa, and the whole premise about saying kings and queens is that every single person there was royalty. So we should be treating each other like royalty no matter what skin tone, because, eventually we had all skin tones in Africa. So
most importantly, we should treat ourselves as royalty, and not even like in an egotistical better than you kind of sense, but just being royal. And to me, it's being godly and just carrying the grace of God with you no matter where you are.
Exactly. My words exactly. And that's exactly what that whole shirt means, is not only create yourself like royalty, but create every single person around you like royalty. We are people. We need each other. When we can never go forward if we don't have somebody in our corner. Like, if I didn't have Suelo right here, this podcast probably would have never came to fruition. I need people. And Jesse, thank you, fam, and Jared for allowing me to do stuff in Canoodle Studios. Like, if I didn't have people around me, I wouldn't have been able to push my career as far as I was being able to push. And I know it's going to keep going farther. Because the only way to go is up now. We have enough people, enough team members, and let's keep doing that.
We just got to stay to our slogans and keep pushing, stay focused.
Don't
quit, and just do the damn thing.
Just do the damn thing. You got to end on that one.
Yeah, man. So I think we're about to wrap it up. Any closing statements?
No, I think we should just wrap up for this episode. Pretty much, this is the intro, just talking a little bit about the origins of
overview of the brand.
Of the brand, what we're going to go into in further episodes, what we're also going to do as far as the brand goes, what we have visions for. our albums that are we're working on. Like I said, I'm working on mine. Life is like a box of chocolates, and I think you're working on something.
Yeah, and
right?
I'm working on another project, working on some
okay.
more music.
Cool.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon he'll be able to tell you exactly when that is. Follow our Instagrams. They're actually going to be we're over here and right here, somewhere right there.
And this podcast is going to be weekly. We're going to try our darndest to be here every week, give you guys some new content every week, give you guys something to look forward to, something to inspire you, motivate you, and go out there and make the world a better place.
Exactly. So follow our YouTube channel, the OMG TV. Nope, wrong way. We'll put it right here somewhere, and and then you'll be able to follow that. We'll also put it in the description. So like and subscribe. Comment, give us good feedback. I think that's going to wrap up this episode. So, you got any closing statements too that you want to say?
No, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I've been Suelo.
I'm Life, or LYF, and let's just do the damn thing. Deuces.
OMG, where we keep going cause the party don't stop. We turn up, doing our thing, just living our lives, and we don't stop. Open mind group so you know we won't flop. We on top. Come to the party, you don't wanna miss.